The 2026 Speaker Treasury. 12 of the highest caliber speakers. Get brand deals with no social media follow. Building 9-figure empires. Viral posting and editing. Stack lines of revenue. 12 months of mentoring. Unleash your business potential. VIP access. Meet and greet. Reserve your seat now for the 2026 Speaker Treasury.
Hello. Welcome back to Legacy Blueprint Now. And I have the most amazing thing to offer you today. Just a few minutes with someone who has been a 9-figure earner. And I want to tell you right now that this is going to be one of the most, if not the most, I'm a little partial because, Jim and I know each other, one of the most biggest points of the whole year of all the Speaker Treasury here that you're going to see. Jim Barger is going to be the highlight. You're going to want to be in my email list. You're going to want to sign up for this special 2026 Speaker Treasury. Now that I've really, put the pressure on for you, introduce yourself, Jim. Go ahead.
Thanks. Well, I'm Jim Barger, and I've known Alan for a long time, and we worked together early on in my business coaching days. But I appreciate having me on and have a chance to tell a bit more of my story.
I do too. Thank you for your time. You're so busy with the Empower Breakfast. Before we get to Empower Breakfast, the biggest thing that Jim's going to be sharing about is how to systemize your business among many other elements of running a 9-figure empire. So I want to tell you right now, tell us a little snippet. Tease us a little bit. What happened in New Zealand? Go ahead.
Yeah, so New Zealand was an interesting development in career, right? I worked for a international food company, had been posted in Singapore for a while as kind of the Southeast Asian rep for that company, and had ended up kind of leaving there without a job. I was still working in the company, but I was just kind of sitting in a motel room in transit. And I had a chance then through another fellow. He called and said, we should go to New Zealand and start this company. And franchise company, we organized to purchase the franchise rights to the whole company for that brand. And we packed our families up and moved. We had 4 of us that were senior partners and ended up in New Zealand, never been there before. And it was our chance to put this together. So that's how we ended up all dumped into New Zealand, which is just a wonderful place. There's no doubt about that. But we had to kind of make it up as we went along. It was a very interesting process.
So New Zealand, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it was a franchise, or is a franchise, and we had arranged those terms. We had to pay for that. We had to have a financial partner to be involved to get us over that hump. But we all moved our families there and started setting it up. But I think we did a great job of just watching out for some of the potholes that could have happened to us as we were doing that. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that each of our 4 owners, so to speak, took a specific task in the company. I was the operations and finance guy. We had a marketing guy. We had a general manager, and he did the food procurement and distribution. And then we had a guy that was in charge of development, new stores and that sort of thing. So because we all stayed out of each other's area to a high degree, we got along well, right? And I think it was just a good way to bring our expertise together and make some things happen that wouldn't have been. And I was there for 7 years altogether, but at the end of 6 years, we had built 60 restaurants in 6 years, which means we were almost one a month for a 6-year period. And I have no idea how we did that. No, I do, but that's really hustling in the world of restaurant construction. I can tell you that. They didn't all happen one a month. There were months we were opening multiple stores, but it was fun and interesting. We ended up with a $100 million company and in revenue, and we had a 3,000 employees, another 300 management employees, and pretty good sized head office staff. So I mean, it was a big company, and it just was a lot of fun to make that all happen.
Now, Jim, you're too modest. I know it was way more than 100 million. I know it was.
Well, the value of the company was certainly higher than that, right? The and the 100 million in revenue was, the value of the profitability. Yeah, that the company had a lot higher value than that.
I like to say 500 million is what I
Yeah,
like to say.
yeah, yeah, probably not too far off.
You're so humble. I love it.
That's
And
right.
this is, yeah, it's just what I love about you. You're so down to earth. You're so humble, but within your mind, it's like Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind, where it's you just have all this business going on. So we have him booked for a 2 day workshop. You are not going to want to miss this. There's the regular information teaching, and then there's a VIP experience where if you invest in the VIP experience, you get to actually meet him and ask him some questions. Okay. We have a limited time for how much time he has available to answer those questions, but only the VIPs will be able to actually ask their questions and meet Jim directly. So if you haven't already signed up for the VIP experience, you need to get in line. You are going to be able to ask someone of this caliber. It's very unusual. Okay. So we are going to be announcing the date that Jim is going to be speaking. So you want to make sure that you've signed up for the emails. So that way you are getting the Zoom link that we're going to be doing to meet him live and to hear his wisdom. Okay. So that's part of the 2026 Treasury with all these awesome people behind me. Jim is like over here. Where are you at? Anyway, he's over here. There we go, right there. It's backwards. So there's Jim right there. So I'm super excited, Jim. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything you want to tell us real quick about systemizing a business of that caliber that's going to get us really interested to see you speak? And don't
One of
give
the
away all
things,
your secret sauce.
yeah, yeah. Well, the thing I think that would be fun for us to look at is how building a large company that fast, um, it requires that the company changes all the time. I mean, probably every 6 months it was a different company because the issues were different, the people were different, the size, the scale of all of our activity was different, and so that's part of the thing that I think was most interesting to me about how every 6 months you were basically working and running a different company, and that I think is something that we should get into.
I love it. And one other thing, if you could allude to this, was your role, because you talked about how you created your final role there, if you will.
Right. Yeah, well, the role I had because I was the operations guy, I was over the operation of all the restaurants and also finance. So that was kind of my corporate role. But we had to invent. This is back in early '90s, late '90s, and we didn't have an internet or anything, right? We were still trying to figure out how to get email to the restaurants. So, but that was all part of the fun, is that we were kind of in a developing time where we saw all of that take place, and my role on the IT side was pretty high too.
Yeah, I remember you talking to me when I used to work for you. It's like I just had to be present and things
Yes.
would change. You'd walk
Yeah.
into, oh, Jim's here. Oh, like
Yeah.
that you
When we had like I said, we had 3,000 people, so we had to motivate them and get them excited about doing what we were doing. We had to build a vision of what we were trying to accomplish. Our goal when we went was 25 restaurants in 5 years, and we ended up doing 60 in 6 years. So things went much faster than we thought they were going to, right? And that's another great point. I think we'll talk a little bit about that. Is that plans are never plans are worthless, but planning is incredibly important, right? So that's, you may not know what you're doing, but you just got to keep planning and recasting the numbers and the structure of what you're trying to get up and running.
That's so good. That's a gold nugget right there. It was plans are, say that again.
Plans are worthless, but planning is invaluable. It's a Dwight Eisenhower quote. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you ownership of that one.
Okay, thanks. He said that because of D-Day. So you can imagine he was in charge of planning D-Day, and what an incredible amount of detail and massive, logistics and everything. So, but his, the point being that, you've got to have plans, but you got to be ready to change them kind of once the shooting starts. That's the whole idea there.
And I love it. And what is so genius about you is you were able to scale in a healthy way that didn't implode or explode. And that's something that I can't wait for you to go explain the secret sauce behind that.
Yes, yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
So good.
Yeah, I'd love to do it.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys on the other side. Once again, on the bottom of the screen is all the information you need to get plugged into the 2026 Speaker Treasury for Legacy Blueprint Now. We'll see you in my free school community for more information for daily prayer, to be able to discover how to find your life purpose and how to fund it with a digital business built around your talents, and also business coaching and how to become closer to Jesus Christ, and so much more at Legacy Blueprint Now. It's a free school community. So please join right now. No matter where you're seeing this, we'll see you on the inside, and we'll see you for the 2026 Speaker Treasury. God bless you all. Thank you, Jim, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Speaker Treasury. 12 of the highest caliber speakers. Get brand deals with no social media follow. Building 9-figure empires. Viral posting and editing. Stack lines of revenue. 12 months of mentoring. Unleash your business potential. VIP access. Meet and greet. Reserve your seat now for the 2026 Speaker Treasury.